Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it so that a sandwich critic doesn't have to. And neither should you. Well, we've gotten past our Halloween fun, and now it's time to delve into more childhood shows. In a new segment that I like to call a family segment, which is a tribute to the little joke that the Nostalgia Critic does with a family picture. But that's besides the point. This is a segment where I will be reviewing all shows that were on Fox Family. That is the current channel's name, Freeform, but it used to be Fox Family before it was ABC Family and then Freeform. There are some good shows on Fox Family that I'll be delving into, starting with the new Captain Kangaroo. And yes, I know there was an old Captain Kangaroo, but I grew up with the new one, hence I will be delving into the new one. So with that, let's not waste any time as we start the family segment with a review of the new Captain Kangaroo. And it begins with our friendly moose and rabbit reading a book about safety because they're taking a safety test.
Oh, nope, I'm afraid Moosketball is out too. No hopes until I finish studying for this exam.
Mr. Rabbit wonders what an exam is.
Exam? Well, it's like a test, only scarier sounding.
How is an exam scarier sounding than a test? Hell, test sounds just as scary. And quite frankly, I'm done with the scary stuff. We just finished up the Halloween stuff. Let's move on to something more childlike.
Things you need to learn. You don't need to study because you have...
Mr. Rabbit doesn't think he needs to study because he's a superhero, and because he's a superhero, he doesn't need to worry about knowing stuff. He knows it's all about safety.
And believe me, there's a lot to remember.
Oh, for Pete's sake, he's dressed like a carrot.
Button to the rescue? Oh, brother.
I'm with you, Mr. Moose. As we then transition into the theme song, which has, "Hi, Captain Kangaroo!"
If you know the name, then say it again.
Obviously, the plot of this show is pretty much they learn lessons, very moral lessons, and the animals tie into those moral lessons. So it's very educational for you. Wait a minute, why is the moose just a fucking head? As we see the all new Captain Kangaroo in blacks. We see Captain Kangaroo enter the treasure room with the title of the episode, Safety Rules. Gee, he must like that jingling sound.
Treasure house. I'm Captain Kangaroo. But I guess I have to be quiet this morning because Mr. Moose and Bunny Rabbit are studying. They're going to take a test so they can join the neighborhood safety patrol. I mean, we don't want to break their concentration.
Yet you do.
Broken, blasted, bunnied, Captain. Good morning, Mr. Moose. What's the matter? I can't study. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Moose. Was I being too noisy? Oh, no, it's not you, Captain. It's Bunny.
Yeah, because Mr. Superhero over here thinks he can get away without studying. Well, we know what happened to people who don't study. They procrastinate, scramble at the last second, and sometimes get off scot-free.
This kid, Captain, he's never going to pass the test if he doesn't study. Shh, I hear something. Someone's coming.
Wow. Captain Kangaroo doesn't hear anything, but guess who shows up?
Morning, Captain. Good morning, Green Jeans, Joey.
Wow, Green Jeans and Joey. I wonder why they're called that. Green Jeans because he's wearing green jeans? Joey because he has the letter J on his overall? That's like saying Mizzou Playboy because, well, he's wearing Mizzou sweatpants. And he's dressed like a playboy. What's up with the names, people?
That was amazing.
Captain Kangaroo is impressed by Mr. Moose's hearing, but here's why.
The safety patrol. Keep your eyes and ears open at all times. And if you're going to keep people safe when crossing the street, you must be aware of everything around you.
Wow, you really know your safety rules, Mr. Moose.
We know he's gonna pass the exam, and it'll take him one try. Unlike SpongeBob with the driver's test.
I'm sure you'll pass your test, no problemo.
What about you, Safety Bunny? Do you know the safety rules?
Well...
Oh, rule 1,111,000.
Yeah, right off the bat, the 1 million kind of throws you off, but it kind of tells you right there, he's not prepared.
There's no rule 1,111,000.
And Mr. Moose rats him out.
Oh, it's one of your personal safety rules. It's...
Wait a minute. Personal safety rules? How are you going to get by with your personal safety rules? That's not the safety rules. You have personal safety rules, but they're not the safety rules. You got to focus on the safety rules, not the personal ones. So the gang tries desperately to try and help him out.
Help!
First they go to...
Copernicus P digit at your service.
Digit!
Digit, how you doing?
Astronomically well, Captain.
Do you have anything you can show Bunny?
And
Rabbit
how
on
does
safety?
Digit help the cause?
Systems go, Captain.
A rap about safety rules. I'm sure that'll help.
On safety, you can depend. Think of safety like a good friend. Know the safety rules when you're at the pool. Stay out of the deep end when you know it's not cool. Know the safety numbers on the telephone.
Well, I will give it this. For starters, it's a catchy tune, but it is teaching you the lessons of safety rules, so... I mean, it's definitely worth your time. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. So then we go to the Grand Geezer Clock.
1, 2, 3, wake up, grandfather clock.
And after 2 attempts, which literally he doesn't even take a raise on his tone, he wakes up Grandfather Clock.
High wall he sat on, grandfather. It was
He gives a rhyme that should help Mr. Bunny.
Mr. Moose and Bunny Rabbit are studying for their safety test and need some safety tips. Do you have a finish my rhyme for them?
It's safe to say yes. And here it is. Here's a tip from the top of the list. It's one to remember and not to be missed. When things get too hot, it's fire that catches. So be careful never to be playing with
Matches.
Because only you can prevent wildfires.
Safety test, don't you think?
And he falls right back to sleep, just like a Grand Geezer Clock would. Poor Captain Kangaroo. Now surely that should be able to help Mr. Bunny, right?
So you see how
Well...
tips are, Bunny?
Great, so let's study together.
Oh, the poor bunny will never learn.
Sparrows need to be concerned with bigger issues? Oh, that's why you collected the food from all of us for all of your animal friends who are in trouble.
We're all concerned when other
So from that perspective, he kinda is being knowing safety stuff. It's just not the safety stuff you need to know for the test. But he's helping in a way. As Captain Kangaroo's alarm goes off, which means it's time to go on an adventure. To SeaWorld.
Actually shared his
To talk about manatees.
manatees are in danger.
And how manatees are almost extinct. You too can help the manatees.
show you right this way.
Okay, great.
Hey, Nathan. Nathan, I'd like you to meet Captain.
As we see Captain Kangaroo with some SeaWorld buddies of his.
Take care of the manatees here.
Well, what do we have here?
Well, here we have Rita. This is a 20-year-old Florida manatee.
Hi, Rita. You know, they look like huge gray rocks, don't they?
They certainly do. And that's one of the problems with manatees. You see, they're very slow moving, and they feed at the surface of the water. That's one of the main reasons why they're in danger of extinction.
Extinction.
Yeah, that means that there might not be a single manatee.
That's why we have to help in any way, shape, or form. Or else Captain Planet will come after your ass. Captain Planet!
Oh, they sure are. You know, manatees are amazing.
So while Captain
animals.
Kangaroo learns a life lesson about how to help the manatees, Mr. Moose is done with his book.
Done! I finally finished.
And Mr. Bunny is in desperation
Time
mode.
for a snack. Huh? Oh, sure, you can borrow my book. Go ahead. I'm done studying all 300 pages. Ha!
Okay, you're trying to help Mr. Bunny. That's not helping when you say that many pages. Clearly your x-ray vision ain't working. You wanna know why? It's because you have no superpowers!
There's a lot of things you
And
need to learn.
scary thoughts are creeping in his mind like, oh, what if I don't pass this test? Oh, now I'm gonna regret not studying. So he's cramming. What a big shock.
Too late studying. Make sure you get enough sleep so you're well rested when you take the neighborhood safety patrol test tomorrow. Good night.
Mr. Bunny then dozes off and he ponders on a dream. And what kind of a dream is it? Well,
The townspeople.
it's got a western theme, y'all. Howdy, folks. Yee-haw!
Treasure Town.
It's our pleasure,
As the sheriff of the pretend dream inspects stuff with his safety rules. From the bad crook who wants to drink from the dirty glass. That's what she said.
What's to like?
He knows everything about safety.
Wow.
So the next day they have Deputy Sam come to take the test, or give them the test.
That you guys were studying. He's going to quiz you just like the test.
It's okay, Bunny Rabbit. You were studying for several hours last night before you went to sleep, and with all that you learned from Digit and Grandfather Clock, you'll be surprised at all you know.
Listen carefully and answer correctly.
He kind of sounds like Digit, don't you think? Why must I talk like this? Oh wait, it's because I'm a robot.
What are the two most important things to remember about outdoor personal...
By the way, neat little traffic light on his arm. What is that, a tattoo?
Learn to say no and walk away from someone who's bothering you.
Excellent. Question 2. What is the first thing you do before you go to a friend's house, the library, or other place?
Bunny Rabbit says, get permission from your parent or other adult in charge.
Perfect score. Excellent responses. Do not worry. You know your stuff.
Bunny says thank you.
Mr. Bunny's gonna pass after all! Lucky.
Now, how about that safety story you promised, Joey?
I told him that we might read a story about safety from Storybook Corner.
Great idea.
So Captain Kangaroo is gonna tell a story all about safety.
Flat, a Dinnerman Salt, who had no children. One
Wait a
day
minute.
the woman took flour, eggs, butter, brown
Wait a minute,
sugar,
the gingerbread man?
ginger,
What exactly does the story of the gingerbread man have to do with safety?
and made some dough. She rolled it flat and cut out the shape of a little boy. Then with candy, nuts, and icing, she made his face and clothes. There you are, she said, my gingerbread boy. And she put him in the oven to bake. He baked up nice and brown, but so hot that he shot right out of the oven, across the room, and through the open window. The woman
Obviously
began
causing the
crying,
woman to faint.
Gingerbread boy, please stop. But the gingerbread boy only laughed and said, run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. And off he ran until he met a rat. You smell good, said the rat. I'm going to eat you. But the gingerbread boy only laughed and said, run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't
This is
catch me.
not safe. I can see why this is safety precautionary. We're like,
He met some construction workers. Hey, you, gingerbread boy, they shouted. You're just the snack for our coffee break. Then the fox said, it will be easier to hold on if you climb onto my shoulders. So the gingerbread boy climbed onto the
uh-oh.
fox's shoulders.
It's a trap!
This lake is deeper than I thought, said the fox. And if you get wet, you'll crumble away to nothing. Why don't you crawl out onto my nose? So the gingerbread boy crawled out onto the fox's nose. Ha ha! Laughed the gingerbread boy. They'll never get me now. You're right, said the fox, as she flipped him into the air. And she opened her mouth, and the gingerbread boy was all gone. Ah, what an important lesson.
Captain, do you think you'd pass the safety test?
Well, I was a patrol boy, and I know a lot about safety. I think I could, Mr. Moose.
Well, then you wouldn't mind if Deputy Sam asked you a couple questions, would you?
No, of course not. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Deputy Sam. Ask him the question we talked about.
Righto, Mr. Moose. First question. Knock, knock.
Mr. Moose? Knock, knock?
Incorrect response. Correct answer should be, who's there?
All right.
That's a clever one. Oh, I give you credit, Mr. Moose. That was a great one.
That you should cover your head from all these ping pong balls.
Oh! Hey, even the robot can have a laugh. Wait a minute, another robot said no feelings.
Thanks for joining us at the treasure house today. I think Joey, Mr. Moose, and Bunny Rabbit learned some important things. Why rules are made to keep...
Wait a minute, we don't even know if they passed the test.
Mr. Moose's studying paid off. He passed his exams with flying colors.
All right.
And Bunny did too, by a hair. They are now members of the Neighborhood Safety Patrol.
Oh, hey, look at that. It's the DARE program. I remember that.
Know that you can be anything you want to be. And remember, you always have friends at the treasure house.
That you do. So with that, that is the new Captain Kangaroo. Very informative, very educational, very good for children. I highly recommend it. There are plenty of YouTube channels that have the All New Captain Kangaroo channel or episodes. This one was found by skullzproductions, who gets credit for showing this on YouTube, as well as other Captain Kangaroos. So if you're looking for a Captain Kangaroo to watch, subscribe to this channel. And with that, we have just gotten started with the family segment. I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it so that it sounds great enough to, and neither should you.